Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. I know it is packed and it's likely hot and uncomfortable, but I think you guys have shown the students that you are so resilient to come and watch them perform. And so we thank you for your understanding. After this, sixth graders, you guys are welcome to file out and head home, and then that should open up some space. So this group that we have before you is 8th grade jazz. Throughout the school year, we have tried to hit all the major areas of jazz. We learned bossa nova, ballad, swing, big band, funk, and even some mobile charts. Tonight, the students will present to you a few popular music charts. The students spent about 2-ish weeks putting this concert together after a successful performance at the Thornapple Jazz Festival, where they received feedback from WMS jazz faculty. The pieces tonight were chosen and voted on by the students with exception to the first. Without further ado, this is the 8th grade jazz band. They are in March, they're more than one ensemble, and this student is just an overall very bright and happy student. It happens to be her birthday today, so I would like to give our first award of the night to Miss Ellie Starr. This next piece is 25 or 6 to 4. We do have two soloists. The first is Troy Robbins, and the second, Micah Good. And they don't, when I first gave them this idea, they were really mad at me, so hopefully they're not mad at this. The next award that we have for you is the Jazz Outstanding Musicianship Award. The Jazz Outstanding Musicianship Award recognizes the students that have exemplified a strong sense of musicianship in jazz and are active participants in the music-making process far beyond just notes and rhythm. These students show up to class prepared daily, are strong leaders within the band, and are willing and able to help other classmates. Our first recipient is a member of the rhythm section and has done a phenomenal job with learning how to play the new instrument. Our next recipients are members of the brass section and have consistently pushed themselves to perform at a higher level, especially with improvisation. Both students are performing different instruments than they typically play in concert band and consistently have pushed themselves to constantly improve. Please step forward to receive your certificate. I am proud to announce that the recipients of the Jazz Outstanding Musicianship Award are Ian Denny, George Michael Mays, and Micah Good. Okay, jazz band, are you guys ready? It's finally here. We got this. The final piece that they're going to play for you tonight and invite you to move as well is Uptown Funk. Is everybody a little bit more comfortable now? All right, thanks for being with us. This group on stage is a sixth grade band. As you heard, they've gone through some serious growth as we continue through this year. What you just witnessed was them taking a tuning note, which is one person standing up, they play a note, and everybody has to match that pitch, tonally and intonation-wise. That's a big skill that we try to cover in sixth grade, and I'm really proud of them for doing that. If you were able to go out in the lobby, you saw a lot of different artwork from our students. I wanted to just give a shout out to Miss Mandy Gurdon. She stepped in as our art teacher this year, has done an amazing job for our students. So let's give her a hand. And also, in band, we try to do something every year where we kind of get tapped into different arts. This year, I invited the students to make different objects for one of the pieces that we're playing. The sixth graders' object was for a piece called Prehistoric Suite, which is what you'll hear soon. And I asked them to make a dinosaur. So if you saw some dinosaurs out there, that's pretty neat. I'm really proud of them. It really shows their creativity. And I just want you all to know that Prehistoric Suite is based on a dinosaur for each movement. So we start off our first movement with this grand entrance into wherever dinosaurs lived. And then we go to our next scene where we have the flying birds who are trying to go capture food and eat. And we hopefully will show you this. And then, they said wrong? Oh, sorry, it was Brontosaurus for the second. I got that wrong. And then, for the last one, we have a battle between two dinosaurs, and we hope you can tell that it is chaotic at some point. So, pick over to your first speech. Outstanding Leadership Award. Before I read this, students, I should say, all of you will get a certificate for completing your first year in band. These awards are just the ones that are above and beyond. Okay, at this time, we would like to present the first award of the evening. The Outstanding Leadership Award recognizes the students that have exemplified strong leadership skills amongst their peers. These students show up to class prepared daily, not only having practiced their parts, but are willing and able to help other classmates. Our first recipient is a member of the percussion class and has a calm demeanor and hard work ethic. She can routinely be found organizing her classmates and helping with anything I ask. Our second recipient is a member of the woodwind class and is an energetic student and leads by example consistently. Please step forward to receive your certificate. I am proud to announce that the recipients of the Outstanding Leadership Award are Abby Rumpel and Mackenzie Thornsberry. This next piece, I think, is a class favorite. This piece is entitled Viking, and I was really proud of the students because, admittedly, I gave them this piece 3 weeks ago. And I don't think you're going to be able to tell that I gave it to you. So, without further ado, this is Viking. Next set of awards is the Outstanding Musician Award and the Achievement of Excellence Award. The Outstanding Musicianship Award recognizes the students that have exemplified a strong sense of musicianship and are active participants in the music-making process far beyond just notes and rhythm. These students show up to class prepared daily, are strong leaders within the band, and are willing and able to help other classmates. Our first recipient is a member of the brass class and has a kind and quiet personality. He is always striving to go above and beyond in rehearsal and consistently plays with refined tone and technique. Our second recipient is a member of the woodwind class and is consistently pushing herself to perform at a high level. She is also quiet, although I've gotten to speak to her, I've got her to speak to me on many occasions, and she is hilarious. Please step forward to receive your certificate. I am proud to announce that the recipients of the Outstanding Musicianship Award are Leah Rivera and Leah Anderson. Achievement of Excellence Award. This recognizes the students that have gone above and beyond in band class amongst their peers. These students show up to class prepared with a good attitude and have consistently played with refined tone quality. Our first recipient is a member of the brass class and has an exceptional musical ear. She's a strong leader and routinely is making sure other classmates are on task and performing at a higher level. Our second recipient is a member of the brass class and is a dedicated ensemble member. The student not only was the only student on his instrument for a long time, but has helped welcome another band member transition to a new instrument. Please step forward to receive your certificate. I am proud to announce that the recipients of the Achievement of Excellence are Layla Rotish and Wesley Knight. So, you all have gotten to see the progression of our students from the very beginning until now. Can you all hear a big difference? The final piece for 6th grade band tonight, and after this, remember 6th graders, you are welcome to be dismissed, unless you have siblings, and you can say, of course. I think the final piece of this night can be best described by the program notes left on the score. It says, take to the high seas in this battle between pirates and sailors. The sound of the anvil throughout the piece represents the sword clashing together during the swashbuckling fight. Enjoy Ironclad.